I want to segue for a minute to the current political terrain in Washington, D.C. and how that's, factoring into the battles that are going on. This new administration, President Trump, I think with one of his very first actions was, well, go ahead, boys, dump your coal tailings in the river. And, how do you combat that? I mean, is it all about the lawsuit these days? How do you push back on something like that?
Well, it's all about the lawsuit on the federal level. I mean, locally, we're suing, we've filed a suit. In fact, we won the first suit against the administration, but we're filing just barrages of suits to stop the dismantling of the Clean Water Act, to stop the implementation of what you talked about, which is called the buffer zone rule for coal mining, which allows them to dump the toxic overburden and tailings of the mines directly into the rivers. And President Trump now, Scott Pruitt, who's the EPA director, is trying to limit the reach of the Clean Water Act to eliminate rivers in our country and streams and wetlands. So it would really effectively get rid of the Clean Water Act, which is our most popular environmental statute. I think that the oil industry and the big polluters have melded their future with a kind of a right-wing ideology that has appealed to certain people in our society who are not benefiting from the reduction of pollution rules, but feel themselves that they're part of that culture. And that is Donald Trump's base. So I think, because Donald Trump didn't owe anything to the oil industry when he came into office. Right. The Koch brothers tried to defeat him, and Trump knows better. Trump in 2007, Trump and his children took a full-page ad in the New York Times calling global warming an existential threat, the greatest existential threat to humanity, and it had to be the primary preoccupation of every politician. So he knows right from wrong on this issue. Yeah. He also, is very smart about appealing to that base, and he's doing something no other politician has ever done, which is, in our country successfully, which is to appeal to that base of 34%, 35%. And not most politicians, they have their base, they appeal to them, but then they try to enlarge their base, and he hasn't tried to do that.